Hi friends, welcome. So we will try and make a few videos going forward over the next 1 month for some important areas which have been in the news in the current affairs, which can have an impact on the questions that can come from the static portion of polity. Like for example, last year there was a question on presidential election in the prelims because there was an actual presidential election in July 2017. So like that, we will try and pick few areas which have been constantly in the news in the last 6 to 9 months and which can have a bearing on the kind of questions that can come from polity. So this video is going to be about appointment of judges because there has been so many news items, so many things that happened about the appointment of judges both to the Supreme Court and to the High Court. So to put it very simply, what does the Constitution say? Who appoints the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court? Even now, the appointment is done only by the President. So we should be very clear about it. The Collegium does not appoint the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court. They are appointed by the President of India. The Constitution says President shall consult the Chief Justice of India before appointment of judges to the Supreme Court, shall consult the Chief Justice of India and the Governor of the respective states before appointment to the High Courts of various states. So now this consultation is what has been interpreted through the Collegium system in the third judge's case. So what is the procedure that actually happens? If there is a vacancy for the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice of India will initiate the filling up of the vacancy in consultation with 4 senior most judges. So the Collegium for Supreme Court judges appointment is Chief Justice of India plus 4 senior most judges of the Supreme Court. They will discuss about the probable names and then they will send their recommendation to the President, which is to the Law Ministry, who will in turn put it up to the President. If the government has any objections, they can send it back once to the Collegium with reasons in writing. But after consideration, if the Collegium reiterates its recommendation, then the government has to make the appointment. It happened in one of the cases also last year for a Supreme Court appointment. So the position now is Collegium, Chief Justice plus 4 senior most judges, recommended to the President. The government, if it wants, can send it back once for its reasons. And if after consideration, if the Collegium reiterates its recommendation, the government has to appoint those judges. This is the procedure for Supreme Court appointments. And for High Court judges, again, the Chief Justice of the concerned High Court, be it Madras High Court or Bombay High Court or Delhi High Court, whichever High Court it may be, the Chief Justice of that High Court, in consultation with 2 senior most judges of that High Court, they will shortlist a list of probable candidates for appointment as High Court judges. The government can also send its recommendations to these people if it has any names in mind, I mean the state government. But then the High Court Collegium, as it is called, will send its recommendations to the Governor of the state. The Governor of the state, along with his recommendations, which means the state government recommendations, will forward it to the Union Law Ministry. The Union Law Ministry will forward it to the Collegium of the Supreme Court. And for this purpose, when I say this purpose, for the appointment of High Court judges, the Collegium of the Supreme Court consists of Chief Justice of India plus 2 senior most judges of the Supreme Court. Chief Justice plus 4 judges for Supreme Court appointments, Chief Justice of India plus 2 senior most judges for High Court appointments. And they will finalize the names for recommendation and send it again to the central government, and the President will make the appointment. So this is the process that is being followed now, and so we should be very clear, the Collegium only makes recommendations, final appointment is done by the President, both for Supreme Court and for High Court, and removal of course of both these judges can only be by Parliament by a special majority. So thank you for watching this. We will continue to make such videos on current affairs topic which can have a bearing on the static questions on polity. Thank you.